Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, welcome me back because I've been gone for a whole week. This is my competition that I had a couple weeks ago, and it was by far one of the best ones I've had in terms of numbers for this body weight, right? So, my body was feeling pretty gnarly going into this. My lower right lat was having just felt like it was a big old knot, which you kind of see contributed to that miss there a little bit. But just retightening everything, focusing on the warm ups. We took a lot less reps, a lot of body weight movements to try to get my shoulders a little bit better. During that time, man, it was rough. It was rough. Right when I hit the first snatch, I already kind of felt like, oh man, I just wanted to be over as soon as possible. But the clean and jerks felt better on getting the bar up. The finish was a little off in terms of just the final extension was getting the bar. The bar was getting away from me. As you kind of see a little bit right there, it crashed on me a little bit. I did PR in the clean jerk by 2 kilos officially, but chased a little bit. Just everything wasn't perfect, but life isn't perfect, so that was okay. Still squeaked out a fifth place showing out of 14 lifters, I believe, and everybody was jacked there. It was really inspiring to say the least because it was a good combination of aesthetics slash good technique, and that's really cool to see because I'm barely a year into post-injury training that I've seen so much progression in my physique slash weightlifting, and it's just cool. It's just really cool, for lack of a better word, because that's what all these hours of training come to is one day, 6 lifts, and typically about an hour and a half. And then it's back to grinding. It's back to grinding. And in this case, it was a little different because this was the second time we competed in about 3.5 months or so. Months tend to be blurred when you're just training all the time and going to work. So basically, he told us to take a week off entirely, to not touch a barbell, just to do basic accessory work. So that meant me going to the gym. I went twice that week. Nothing I could film because it was, in Choose Fitness. So don't want to be that guy filming myself just doing bodybuilding lifts all day. But I digress. So taking that time off was interesting because after day 3, I would say, maybe 3 or 4, the body was feeling very well rested and I was kind of getting a little anxious. I personally don't like taking too many vacations because, as you see in that miss, things are a little off and a little inconsistent when I first get back. I've had some weeks where I was just like I never left. It's more of a psychological thing, and the weight getting back onto my wrist felt a little tender, and that's something that just kind of needs to get worked on over time, just like everything else. The heavier snatches during the competition, I felt it pretty hard in my left wrist, and it just was a reminder just to catch, not worry about that little pain, that little voice in the back of your head. Just tune it out, take one lift at a time, and just build off of that. So what I'm trying to do this cycle, besides missing like that one, is taking my reps quicker. Trying to keep everything within 5 seconds or so, just enough for me to get reset, catch my breath, and go. Just getting more of that tempo feel in terms of just grab the bar, set, go. Just be more robotic about it, just in case I'm in a position where I have to take multiple attempts, or eventually the goal is to follow myself, because that means I am the top lifter and I'm the strongest lifter there, and I just compete against myself, which is always fun. Used to do that back in the day, but now the sport's way more competitive and it's a lot more entertaining for sure. So this cycle, it is very interesting because we're incorporating what it looks like right now is more strong lifts in terms of bench, presses, strict presses, push presses, a lot of volume, a lot of volume. So with that volume comes in a change of diet slash word, or I am taking more supplements, and finally taking supplements after probably not taking any for about 3 years. Should be interesting. Just gonna, for me, I have like a, iffy, I would say, relationship with these supplements, mostly creatine, only because creatine, I felt like I had a reliance on creatine for a while, and I just like never cycled off of it. Didn't really see any negative side effects, but at the same time, I was really young and not sure if that affected anything. I just saw gains, and I was putting on weight during that time, so it'll be interesting to see when I'm, having a restriction in terms of body weight. So I got just normal creatine. Each scoop's 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, 0 calories, of course, because you gotta stay thin. 114 servings, so that should last a good amount. I tend on taking it before training and after training, obviously. And I also got Extend. It starts with the XTEND. Basically, I got watermelon, and that's pretty much, you can take it as a pre-workout if you like, and post-workout. And interesting enough, you can take it as an intra-workout as well. So that'll be interesting to see where the body feels and where I sit at in these first couple of months of training. Just gonna make sure that I just keep the diet on point for the most part. Obviously gonna be social during these next couple of months because I was slightly antisocial getting up to this comp since they're so close together. But now I'm going through trying to implement same concept as last cycle. Just keeping these obviously main lifts as the focus, and depending on what the workout has programmed, I'm gonna have to alternate what days I have for bodybuilding, essentially, right? So I'm gonna try to plug in at least a couple days, if not 3 days, and I'm trying to incorporate a little more cardio. It is the summer. We want to look a little bit more leaner, and it looks like, looking like I have more size on me, more definition, and right now I'm sitting at about 200 pounds, maybe 203 if I had a cheat day prior. And just going back to the video real quick, these pulls were ridiculous, man. We had 5 sets of these. I did at 104 kilos. That's around almost 230, and I was just tore up. My legs were shot. Everything was just hurting, and I was just trying to get through it. But going back to the workout, and again, he has us doing benching, presses, Arnold presses, snatch push presses. The latter, which I couldn't get into the video because going the day 1 back was pretty brutal, and I wanted to be a little more conservative in terms of just finishing these exercises efficiently. I didn't want to struggle too much so I can hurt myself on the first week back or anything like that, because that's happened before. And that's where I got my left wrist injury, because I was so excited to get back. So I'm just taking it more efficiently. I'm training more efficiently. That's what I'll say, instead of taking it easy. But we are going just a lot of volume. So the body feels good. Day after, I was obviously very, very sore. And I'm happy that I'm back. My mood feels great. It just feels, I'm a person of routine. I love consistent routine and steady results. Everybody loves that quick fix, those quick PRs, those quick gains, things like that. For me, I like that steady progression, and I feel I'm more efficient and successful at that. And the body reacts and rewards me in terms of staying healthy. Joints aren't too achy, and even if they are, I am now deep in this game long enough where I know when to push, and one set that's left on the table isn't gonna mess me up. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people love to train to failure, and I do agree in some aspects. You want to train for failure in things like bodybuilding, maybe with a spotter, but not so in Olympic weightlifting. You want to be efficient with your training, and unless you're going for a max, obviously that's a whole different story. But we are just getting into it. Week one felt great. I have 2 more days of training, and we are going to see how these supplements help. As long as my diet's on point, there shouldn't be any issues going forward. And just trying to stay, the goal is to stay at 195 throughout this whole training cycle. That's about 8 pounds from where I'm at right now. And it's possible. I was, by the way, a 0.6 kilos over my body weight when I weighed in. So thankfully it was hot in sunny California, and I put on a hoodie and I kept on pedaling, and I lost almost a whole kilo. It was 0.72 kilos. So I was 0.02 kilos under body weight. That was close. That was very close. But I'm going to start posting more frequently, and I'll try to get these videos at least twice a week, and try to keep more content just in case we take a week off. And that'll keep the steady stream. Whoever follows, hello. Thank you for watching. And if you guys have any questions, again, leave a comment down below. Make sure you like the video. Share it if you like to. And I am very excited for this next training cycle. I'm very excited. It's all of these gains have came so quick. Post recovery, so happy, and I can't wait to see what else this whole summer has in store. So with that being said, guys, thank you again very much for your time. Appreciate you hanging out. Say what's up. Send me videos so I can comment on them. I love seeing it. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time. See ya.